What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Thursday, December 23rd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 11-game slate here tonight. Just a reminder to check the injury news, and if one of these players doesn't play, I apologize. Tough times right now, but our picks did crush it yesterday. Cam Reddish was the money ball. That was a fantastic play. So let's get into this slate. At the point guard position, I like Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the fourth worst defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing point guards. Devin Booker has averaged 38.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 31% usage rate. I think he can score 40 fantasy points or more here, get you 5 times value or more. He's $8,600 DraftKings salary, and he's $1,000 less on FanDuel. So I like that FanDuel price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 215.5 points scored in this game, and Devin Booker has scored 48 and 35 fantasy points in the last 2 games, playing 31 and 26 minutes. Now, I also like this pick because Devin Booker has scored 47, 44, and 51 fantasy points in his last 3 games versus the Thunder. So I like Devin Booker here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. So here's a value play for you. His salary has creeped up just a little bit, but I think he's still a good play here tonight. I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Orlando Magic, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has averaged 25.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. He's projected at 24.5 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5.2 times value. He's $4,700 DraftKings salary, 100 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 209.5 points scored in this game, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker has scored 38, 23, and 18 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 29, and 21 minutes. So I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and another reason I like this pick is because he scored 49 and 41 fantasy points in his last 2 games versus the Magic. So I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker here versus the Orlando Magic. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. Now, this guy's just been on absolute fire. So I like Max Strus from the Miami Heat playing the Detroit Pistons, who have the 7th worst defense overall. They give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Max Strus has scored 35, 35, and 46 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 36, 33, and 33 minutes. So I think he can score 28 fantasy points or more here and get you over 5 times value. He's 5,200 DraftKings salary, 600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 206 points scored in this game. So I like Max Struss here versus the Detroit Pistons.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Keldon Johnson from the San Antonio Spurs playing the LA Lakers, who have the 5th worst defense overall. They give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Keldon Johnson has averaged 28.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. He's projected at 28.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's 5,700 DraftKings salary, 600 more on FanDuel. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 224 points scored in this game. So you got a high scoring game here. And Keldon Johnson has scored 34, 37, and 39 fantasy points in his last 3 games, playing 31 minutes in each of those games. So he's been on fire. So I like Keldon Johnson here versus the LA Lakers. Okay, moving on to the center position. I'm going to go with a little value play, a little value here at the center position. I like Jacob Piotr from the San Antonio Spurs playing the LA Lakers, who have the 5th worst defense overall. They've been pretty good versus opposing centers, but Jacob Piotr has scored 31.4 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He's projected at 32.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.9 times value. He's 6,600 DraftKings salary, 900 more on FanDuel. We know Vegas thinks there's going to be 224 points scored in this game, and Jacob Piotr has scored 49, 24, and 30 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 33, and 32 minutes. And he scored 53 fantasy points in his last game versus the Lakers. I think this might kind of be a boom or bust pick here, although his salary's low enough where even if he scores 30 plus fantasy points and doesn't have one of those monster games, he should still be fine in your lineup. So if you're looking for a salary saver at the center position, you don't want to go with one of these expensive guys like Jokic or Embiid or Towns or Randall or Sabonis or Gobert. All these guys are super expensive. They all are good spots here tonight. But if you do want to save some salary at the center position, I like Jacob Piotr here versus the LA Lakers.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.